Obviously very pleased to get the 8th victory of the season. Definitely not easy. We knew that going into it. Got a lot of respect for Middle Tennessee in Coach Stockstill and his son, and Tony Franklin, the offense coordinator. They do a really good job, and we knew it was going to be a tough, hard-fought game. They kind of beat us at our own game, kept the ball, possessed the ball the entire game, and really kind of got a little aggravating. We had some big stops, that were critical that we needed, but it really limited possessions for our offense. I really felt like our offense was, you look at the overall numbers and you're wondering, but the possessions were very low. I think the third quarter looked up there, and we had one possession for a touchdown. They had a possession for a touchdown. There was 4 minutes left, before the second possession of the third quarter. And I thought the possession to start the second half was huge by our offense, and just like they did to start the game. So, hard-fought victory, 8th victory. When you're doing things that hadn't been done in 34 years or whatever it is, it's not meant to be easy. It's not easy. I have great appreciation for this team, but especially this senior group. The way they stepped up again tonight, and the way they played and what they've done for this program. There's some very good players there, and greatly appreciate their effort and their leadership and what they've done. And you saw it, there today. We need to play better. We really frustrating, mostly defensively, just frustrated with the way our position on the ball and leveraging the ball and some of that. And again, give them credit. There was a ton of deception in there and getting us on our heels a little bit, and violating a little bit, and not playing as good as we can on the perimeter. And so we got to get some things cleaned up. There'll be a lot to look at and improve on from this game.
Mark, what did it mean to you and the players to see Josh back out there?
Yeah, it was. It meant an awful lot to us. You guys know from my, from covering me every day, and I've been telling you the truth that he has been working his way in there the last 2-3 weeks, and I don't know what he just said to you now, but he was trying to come back a few weeks ago, and just the foot was bothering him in different, from where he had the surgery, and that really disappointed him, because he was ready to go a few weeks ago, trying to get back for the Georgia game, I want to say, and just wasn't ready, and we certainly wouldn't put him out there until he's ready to go. We played him at a spot because we were really thin at the outside backer, extremely thin there this week, and so we played him there because it was really a comfort zone for him. It's a little bit, he played there all year, and to put him back inside where he had never done that before would have been a little bit tough on him, and we needed the help at Jack, so it worked out good. And we gave him the start just because we thought it was right, and it was good, and it was inspiring to the team and fun, and we got off to a really good start with the 2 turnovers there defensively, and then I just thought we lingered around there a bit after that.
When you say that we need to get some things cleaned up, what in your mind is mostly what the team needs to get cleaned up?
I just thought we were sloppy on the perimeter. When basic football, when you leverage the football, tackle the football, stay off cuts. Just there were some aggravating yards out there that those are things that we need to do a better job of fundamentally, and just position on the football and little things like that. And again, it was a good job by them, and they controlled the clock and limited our offense. You look at the drive chart there, and in the first half we had 1 possession where we didn't score, and in the second half there again, really only 4 possessions in the second half. The kneel down on the 5th. So that's a defense we got to do a better job.
Was it a difficult decision to suspend Tymier for his senior day?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a difficult decision. Tymier and I talked about it, and I actually gave him an option on a couple games.
Did you expect Mike Edwards to come out and have not only a game but even a first quarter like he did on his senior day?
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me with Mike. If you look at him, and as I'm out there giving those guys a hug and saying goodbye for their last game here at home, you know, there's some real players there and guys that have contributed quite a bit. And what about Mike? I mean, he just absolutely consistent for years. One of the better players in the league, and just really consistent player, and he's been very reliable.
Mark, I assume MTSU's whole game plan was partially to negate Josh Allen.
Yeah.
He still winds up making, you know, 2 humongous plays.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a defensive player have a better season than he's had?
I can't say that I have. I've had a Thorpe winner and a couple, runners up, and been in the Thorpe, several times. But just the way he impacts the game, being a big guy, he's really remarkable. And he's so unselfish. You see players so often in situations like that, and he won't blink an eye. And if we're not rushing them, and the way their run game was, we were stacking them some and couldn't get them coming off the edge as much as we'd like to. It was even aggravating to me. I was like, hey, let's get Josh going here. But he doesn't even think about it. When he gets his opportunities, he's going to go. And he wanted the record, and but not at the expense of our defense and what we're doing and game planning. Mm-hmm.
What have these guys meant to the future of your program, the seniors?
Good. What have they meant to the future? Well, they've just set such a great example for our younger players because of their work ethic. I mean, so many things, but they've been leaders. They've had a great work ethic. They've been very unselfish and really about the team, and far from perfect, but they really have a great hearts and their minds in the right place, and they really want to lead and set a great example and set the precedent for the future.
How nice was it to finally get a little breathing room early in the game? You're up 14-0 and 24/7, things like that.
Yeah, it was good, and then it really was, and unfortunately we got to just play better defensively. When we get the score to go up 21 to start the second half, and then we give up a long drive, and then even at the end we have them stopped again and get the penalty and just silly things. So, but it was good, and we just got to get the offense more opportunities, because we just felt like that was just too many possessions. Or too much time of possession for us, the defense on the field. Just, we got to get off the field.
Mark, you've had a pretty successful year. You still don't seem fully satisfied. What would it take to satisfy you to finish out the rest of the year strong?
Well, we got one more home game, or one more regular season game, and that's extremely important. That's what I just told the team. And I told the seniors how much I appreciate them, and go enjoy the night with their families. They all have family and people in town, and they get to go spend some quality time with them. But we're not a very good football team when we're satisfied. We have a big game left, and so we got to finish this season strong, and that's what I told them. Enjoy the night, and let's get back with the right mindset. I thought they did that this week. They came back with a great energy and attitude, and really had some good practices, and we can play better.
Mark, I know Beatty's not a senior, but he may be in the same position as some guys were who decided to come back this year. I assume you will sit down with him at the end of the year and talk about his future?
I will, but I think that position and what he's done is totally different from some of the other guys, and I'll let Benny make that announcement at the appropriate time and what he decides to do. But that position is clearly different, in what he's done, and the upside, he stands some to lose by coming back, where other guys, they all gain by coming back. That position's really different. You have to look at it differently. So, I don't think it'll be a long conversation. But I don't want to steal his thunder.
So. Any other questions? You talk about what he's accomplished, another 100-yard game for him today. I mean, it's kind of impressive what he's done. How important was he?
It's really, yeah, it is. It's impressive. I think people were telling me Mike Edwards was, in the 300 club for tackling, the second defensive back, and Josh Allen broke the sack record, and I think CJ's very close on tight ends and touchdowns, and Benny, of course. I'm not sure how far he is from the all-time record, but I think it's important. How far is he, Tony?
207.
He needs 207 more?
Yes, sir.
Well, we better get going. So, but he's got 2 games, and he's meant an awful lot to us. I do, look at him a lot like I do the senior class, just because he's been so solid. He's been productive for 3 straight years, and really meant a lot to us.
Mark, you mentioned that Kentucky hadn't won 8 games in a regular season since 1984. What does it mean to you personally to get to that mark?
It's important. I mean, I think in human nature, it's I'm just like the fans. I'm mad about the ones that we let get away. I want to continue to work, and we're not going to sit at the table of success very long. We're not very good when we do that as a team. We can't. We just can't. We can't stay satisfied, and our team doesn't play good that way. And we need to have an edge about us here this week, and we got to go play a rival, and they're not having a great season, but they have nothing to lose, and I'm sure they're going to play very, very tough and hard against us. So we need to just kind of get our sights on that.
Mark, do you think the team's coming to grasp as being the hunted rather than the hunter?
Well, I said that, and I think it's true. We're better. We're better when we're the hunters. So I thought we responded today to a team that, we were, better than, but we know how well they're coached. We know how much pride they have, and any teams that's sitting at the top of their conference is a good football team. And I felt like our guys did, we started good, and but again, I just think there's so many things we could do better. And I'm really most frustrated, really defensively, to be honest with you. Offensively, I thought, we had some things set up. We got to get the ball. We had some opportunities down the field, and we want to continue to do that. Get the ball down the field and create some big plays. But we certainly came out and were physical, and I don't know what the rush yards were, but again, when we rushed for 203 to 99 for them, and again, you're going to win football games when you do that. You've seen us on the wrong end of that, and you've seen us on the right end of that, and it's a very important statistic.
Everybody good?
Was there a conceded effort to try to get into CJ a little bit today?
Well, we always do. We always do, and everybody always wants to say, but some of our RPOs are there sometimes, and sometimes they're not. And when we're playing these SEC teams, they're not going to give them those. They're not giving them any freebies. And there were some good reads today by Terry, and there was some there was an effort by us on some to draw the player in and hit him on an RPO, and we had some opportunities there today. Our offensive coaches did a nice job at half in adjusting the route. The one early in the first half when we were just sticking them, the defensive player made a nice read where he came in on the run, and then he saw Terry pull it, and he shot right back out. That's when Terry read it and pulled it down and ran it. I believe Terry had a good long run on that. But later we adjusted the route so we wouldn't allow him to play both. And we started slipping it in behind him there, running it deeper, and created some opportunities there in the second half. I think we hit him on that play twice, and that was a run. Both plays were run pass options, and good reads, good throws.
Terry had a really great scramble, almost getting ready to get sacked, and threw it to C.J. Conrad for a great touchdown. And you think that's kind of a glimpse of what we're going to be seeing the next couple of years?
I hope so. And that possession there, I thought was really aggravating to me as well, because we had the ball at the 6-inch line and get the hold, and then get a negative yardage play or a 0-yard gain, and then Terry makes a great individual play right there. It was a big play, but a big moment. But those are things that we can't do. We can't take a penalty there on the 6-inch line.
All right, folks. Thank you very much.
Thank you.